Hello everyone, you're watching Pitch Battle. I'm your host Indraneel. So we managed to beat US finally. Yes, there was a little bit of hiccup at the start of the chase, but we somehow managed thanks to Surya Kumar Yadav. Thanks to that drop catch. I don't know what would have happened if Surya would have gone back to the pavilion with Shivam Dubey and we had Jadeja. We had, of course, the Indian vice captain Hardik Pandya. Well, we didn't visit that chapter, so let's not talk about that. But it looked little difficult the way Indian batters were put on the back foot, especially Virat Kohli coming in as an opener and struggling a little. But the good news is team is backing him to the hilt. He will continue to open the innings. There's no chance for Yashasvi Jaiswal to come in as an opener who is a regular opener. He would be feeling really happy deep down inside that Virat flopped. I don't know. This is how we have seen it happening at all levels. Why would the international cricket be different? Joining today, we have of course Avinash, we have Saurabhi, we have Shakya. I don't need to introduce my guest every day because they're coming every day. They have no other work other than coming here and talking about the game. We don't have any other work, right? Avinash, we don't have any other work.
We
This is our
eat,
work.
yes, we eat, breathe, and live cricket. So, yeah, that's basically we do all day.
Yeah. Lucky. In close shave. How do you see that match? US versus India. I thought we looked a little paranoid when we lost those early wickets. Early 3 wickets very quickly. We lost.
Exactly. There was a panic in the dressing room. If not in the dressing room, at least the fans were panicking because what we've seen, what has been happening there in New York, definitely. So, Indian team, they have a good batting lineup, but they are yet to prove. And it was one of those games where the middle order actually rose to the occasion and performed. So, kudos to Suryakumar Yadav and Shivam Dubey for spending a lot of time. This innings, this performance will give them a word of confidence and also will boost their morale going forward into the Super 8 stages in the tournament. So good sign for Shivam Dubey and Surya Kumar Yadav because we saw them struggling against Pakistan and even in the Ireland match. So overall, it was a good performance from the middle order. Virat Kohli, even Captain Rohit Sharma's mode of dismissal is more or less the same. He's dismissed in the similar fashion he was dismissed against Pakistan. So somewhere there's a chink in the armor of Rohit Sharma's batting as well, which the opposition are bowlers are looking to exploit. It will be interesting to see how he just um, manages it and why just shortens this gap because if one opposition finds out there's a loophole in your batting, the others are also going to replicate it, and that's the beauty of international cricket in these days because your weaknesses and strengths are very easily picked up in a very short span of time because of the technology. So Rohit also will have to be careful coming in the coming games as well. But Virat Kohli's form has been a concern. But let's not get a lot into it because he's a champion player, and now that the pitch, the conditions, the venue is going to change, I think fortune for Virat Kohli is also going to change.
Well, you seem to be a great Virat Kohli fan. I mean, I have no doubt about it. But talking about the fans who panicked a little, and there's always something which is reflected on the social media immediately after the match gets over.
Yeah.
There's a panic button being pressed that, well, we are not going to go beyond the semi-final. All the people are talking about it. Shakya, your thoughts? Uh, do we look? I mean, it's early days actually. You can't say what's in store for us. But your thoughts on how Indian batting is looking in front of
Well, I'm glad. I think they'll be very happy because New York leg is over. It wasn't from the perspective of batting the best outing that they had. Their bowlers had a good time, but they're through to the next round. When the draw was made, we would have felt it was a cakewalk, but as it's been shown in all the four groups in this World Cup, nothing is a cakewalk. England are on the verge of going out. Pakistan are dependent on other results. New Zealand are on the verge of going out. Sri Lanka are on the verge of going out. So it's not a, this tournament has not been a cakewalk for the bigger sides. So in that context, India on some difficult pitches have managed to do well. Ireland is not a bad side. Ireland has participated in many World Cups before this. USA in their first ever World Cup is more than a handful. So, and Pakistan is a, well, they're not doing very well in this tournament, but it's a quality side. So, I mean, India will just be relieved to go through to the next round. But there, you're going to go to West Indies. Now, there, Australia, the match is confirmed, and it looks like New Zealand will not be going through. They lost today to West Indies, which I think has put their qualification hopes in great peril. And then they might also have to face Bangladesh. So even there, I think in West Indies they'll have to get used to the pitches in the West Indies. And yeah, I mean but I mean semi-finals should not be a problem. What happens after that? Because here in this particular World Cup, as the host nation and their prowess in T20, West Indies are looking quite a handful. So we should not look at West Indies for what they've done in ODI cricket and Test T20 cricket. They are a different side altogether. So West Indies, who
All
could
right.
be our opponents in the semi-finals or the finals, can be a real handful.
All right. Your volume is a little low. I hope you had your breakfast. Or is it with the phone volume which is on the lower side? Whatever. But Sauradeep, talking about a cricketer like Virat Kohli, we're seeing him struggling, getting out on three counts the way he got out. He's not. He's trying a lot. He's trying to score like he was doing in Chinnaswamy. I just get that feeling. And if you look, all the top batters are struggling because of the seaming condition, and in the West Indies is suffered also because they are also their spinners will come to the party. But looking at Virat Kohli, the mode of dismissal, that's not his cricket actually. He's done thing when he was playing in Afghanistan, trying to force himself to play the strokes. You can force you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. So Virat Kohli is got a typical style of batting, and he's defying that style and trying to do something which he's not. Your thoughts, Saurabh?
Yeah, I think definitely there is something that's been going on with Virat Kohli. I don't know whether it's opening the batting is, putting him under pressure to score more runs, and that's why he's changing his approach because someone with the caliber of Virat Kohli, he is supposed to assess the conditions perfectly and play according to that. But we haven't seen that. I think against USA, I think it was a great delivery from Saurabh Netravalka, so we have to give him credit for bowling the Jaffa to get him out. But against Pakistan and against Ireland, we saw him playing, out of, sorts cricket and getting out. But I don't want to go too much into it because I think on the hindsight, it gave the opportunities to the likes of Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dubey to show their mettle in adverse conditions because it was not an easy pitch and the way, albeit it was a drop catch for Surya, but they put up a good partnership and they took India home. So I think Virat Kohli's off form has been a blessing in disguise for these middle order batters, and hopefully they can now capitalize. I'm sure for a player such as Virat Kohli, its form is very temporary and class is permanent. So I'm really certain that he's going to come back to his old self very soon. And as India now have progressed, they've seen their progression to the next stages. I think we're going to see the real Virat Kohli in West Indies.
Well, everyone seems to be quite hopeful about Virat Kohli's form that he will strike form eventually because he knows how to score runs. He's been doing it for so many years after all. But Avinash, I mean, looking at Virat Kohli, the way he's batting, what Yashasvi Jaiswal would be feeling inside? Your thoughts?
Uh, see, every player who is a part of the Indian cricket team would definitely want to be on the pitch, do what he's been
Yes.
known for. So there's no doubt about that Yashasvi Jaiswal would be feeling itchy, sitting in the dressing room, not finding his name in the team sheet, in the playing 11. So definitely, every like any other human being, he would also be hoping that he gets a chance. But and Virat Kohli not playing the way he plays or living up to the expectation also. Uh, I mean, kind of ignites a fire in your belly that okay, there could be a day where I get to play. Maybe in the next game, if that match against Canada happens, because there's a rain forecast and Miami is going through a lot of rain, so all the upcoming three matches in Miami might be washed out. But if the rain gods are kind enough and we do get to see a match, then definitely Team India should look to give at least a chance to Yashasvi Jaiswal. Maybe Rishabh Pant can come in at number 4, or Virat can come at number 4. Surya could be rested, or whatever permutation and combinations the team management would like to make. And a batter like Yashasvi Jaiswal should get a chance to at least play a game so that he's match ready. If God forbid something happens in the next stage, in the Super 8 stages, some injury happens, and you require Yashasvi Jaiswal to come into the side and play. Zero experience, no experience of a match will definitely harm him because he's making his debut in the T20 World Cup for the first time. So there will be nerves. And if those nerves are settled before the big matches happen, then definitely he will feel at home.
True. I remember Avinash, uh, during the Afghanistan series at the start of the season. I mean, not at the start of like 2024. There was a game which went to the super overs, and Yashasvi had to score 2 runs of one delivery. He couldn't do that. Rohit was quite upset because when you in any pressure situation, it's not easy actually. You know, sitting back here, we can comment a lot that he should have done that. He shouldn't be doing that. You know, passing on judgment so easily. But when you go out there, it's actually very tough to execute those skills and those plans are given to them, those game plan, those uh, dictum, you know, whatever you call it. So Yashasvi is yet to mature because what we see when we see a Gill, we say, okay, let him score some runs, let him. I mean, he should make India win. Uh, you know what we call it, आम को पकने में भी थोड़ा time लगता है. You know, it's just
बिल्कुल
we
लगता है.
rush into things so easily. Yeah,
या और अगर ये रश हुआ है देन देयर वाज समथिंग हैपनिंग एंड थिंग्स शुड हैव बीन टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन कि whether or not Yashasvi Jaiswal is mature enough to handle that big match pressure or not. But I think the way selectors picked up the team, it showed
mm,
that Yashasvi is more than capable than Shubman Gill, at least in this particular format. And that is why we saw him getting a precedence over someone like a Shubman Gill, who's already played quite a lot of cricket in the white ball as well as in the red ball format. अगर
true,
ऐसा नहीं किया है then definitely there's a thought process behind it, and now it was a time and it is a time to back him. अदरवाइज फिर कोई फायदा नहीं होता है दादा कि आपने एक प्लेयर को लिया भी और उसे कभी बैक भी नहीं किया. तो फिर तो उस प्लेयर की ग्रोथ भी कभी नहीं होने वाली. मैच्योरिटी तो तभी आएगी when that player actually ends up playing, gets the match practices. And we've seen happening to a lot of cricketers, promising cricketers in Indian cricket. मौके ही नहीं मिले.
true, true. But when we talk about Virat Kohli, we've been criticizing him that not criticizing, but discussing him at length. What he should be doing is getting too much into that stroke making mode. Shakya, I want to know your thoughts on Rohit Sharma. He's also not in looking in great touch. He was not in great touch during IPL. Also, he was playing in bits and pieces here and there, trying to score runs, but he's not been consistent. That's why he lost his T20 captaincy with the Mumbai Indians. So how do you see Rohit Sharma? I mean, he is very cool about it. If he gets out, he just makes a face and then goes back to the pavilion, to the dugout, takes the most important seat in that dugout and sit back and enjoy the match. And we've seen him getting out for a duck and scoring 100 against Afghanistan. earlier this year, and that knock was beautiful actually. So he had two ducks, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, three-match series. So Rohit is a talking point also because no one's when India is unfortunately when India don't do well. Very often we've seen we used to blame in Test cricket Pujara, uh, Virat Kohli, and Virat Kohli is the best bashing this thing. We bash him all the time whenever things go wrong. Why not Rohit Sharma? And you're a Rohit Sharma fan. Please enlighten us.
No, Rohit Sharma got a lot of criticism for the 2022 World Cup. I don't entirely agree with it. But uh, there's an issue with left arm pace that Rohit Sharma has, and it's been happening for a while in this tournament also. I mean, if it was Shaheen Afridi yesterday, it was Saurabh Netravalkar. But they've done their homework on the pitches. I assume the team management and the selectors have done their homework on the pitches. So if Rohit and Virat had not come to this tournament, then who would have come? So I mean, I remember while the IPL was going on and Abhishek Sharma was playing brilliantly in the IPL, and they were saying, Abhishek Sharma, why is Abhishek Sharma not being considered for the IPL? But how can you? Abhishek Sharma has not had the experience. You need to give someone that amount of game time before considering them for the team. So I think for their experience, Rohit and Virat were the best selections. I would not look into the New York pitch. I think let them go. I think once you go outside New York, once you go to the West Indies, that's where the real challenge will come, and how you perform there will be a big factor. But again, Rohit's if New Zealand doesn't qualify for the Super Eights, then they'll have their concerns because Bangladesh has a top left armer in Mustafizur Rahman, and Afghanistan has Fazal Haq Faruqi, who did brilliantly against New Zealand the other day, and they are exactly the kind of bowlers whom Rohit has tended to struggle with in the past. But Rohit has done well. Rohit has done well throughout his career, and I'm sure he understands this weakness against left arm pace as well as anyone. We are sitting here inside, so we can say it. But Rohit probably is the one who needs, and he probably knows that there is an issue, and he'll be working out on it. Because if Rohit doesn't get going in the first 6 overs, maybe on these conditions you probably need an anchor. We've had this conversation that there is no need for an anchor in T20 cricket. But in these conditions where 160, 170 might be a winning score once you go to the West Indies, like today's match between West Indies and New Zealand proved, maybe you need an anchor. You need not only you are an anchor, but we need a batting anchor. So,
All
but
right.
apart from that, I feel the tables have turned. The tables have also turned in this tournament. We used to say that India. Why does India not create pitches which are seamer friendly, which they've been doing? Now we have gone outside India, and these are pitches which which seem to be more like subcontinental pitches. So that's other teams are struggling on these pitches.
Well, talked about a very important thing, which is Rohit Sharma struggling in his left arm seamers, and I think for all those uh, viewers listening to the broadcast should know that Rohit actually his head falls a lot when head falls on the off stump when he's facing the left armers, and it's a little bit of technical side of it which goes wrong. And head is of course the heaviest portion of the body, and he's absolutely he gets it on his on his thigh pad on his leg guard. So he's been struggling. He can't show the full face of the bat when Rohit is facing the left hander. But going forward, this kind of struggle is going to continue. Sharadeep, we talk about anchor role and all that, which is important, and I think personally, one of them, they're looking at the conditions. One of either Rohit or a Virat Kohli would have to stay till the end to ensure there is no hiccup like it happened against the US. Do you think it's good? It's the perfect way to sort of uh, analyze that Indian team needs an anchor, and one of the seniors would have to stay for a good uh, 15 or 20th till 20th over, which is not possible all the time. You think that's the need of the hour, looking at the pitch conditions?
Absolutely, because given the plethora of experience that these two persons have, I think they will have to play a bit more matured role. And this is not an IPL pace because this, as IPL has made us, believe that we can score 200, 250 every day and we can play the bashing cricket. But this has shown that when the pitch conditions are a bit tougher, a bit different, you will have to play accordingly. I think Rohit and Virat are the best players to play that role because they are the class players. They do have the quality to execute that plan and take India to a better total. But there are other players as well. But Surya Kumar Yadav, if you say, but Rishabh Pant, but I don't think they will be suited to that role that much. That is something to play like a 30 ball 40, a 30 ball 45, and then latch on in the final over. So Rohit and Virat Kohli, especially I do believe Virat Kohli more is perfect for the anchor role, and that is why I do believe that Virat Kohli coming in at number three can be really beneficial for the Indian team because that will give him ample opportunity to play that role and hone that
Yes. Yes.
responsibility in the middle.
Saudi, we have already tried Mr. Rishabh Pant in that position. So again, pushing him down the order. So would you recommend Rishabh to open with Rohit Sharma, left-right combo, and Virat could come one down? How's that?
Yeah, I don't think that is going to happen because I don't know whether Rishabh Pant has opened again ever in international or at any level of cricket. So that is
No,
something the
he's
risk
open.
that
He's
India.
open. He's opened with Ishan Kishan. I remember in T20 matches for India.
Then we can definitely try for it. I try for it because Rishabh Pant is someone who is going to play his shots, so he will be the most effective
Yes.
in the power play over, so he can capitalize and give India a good start. So why not? And Virat Kohli, I still believe it from the first day he's best at number three because the team's best batter has to bat at number three. We are told it since we were kids that the Rahul Dravid was the best batter of the Indian team and he used to bat at number three. At any format, I believe, whether it's Test, ODI, or T20, your best batter has to bat at number three. So I believe Virat Kohli batting at number three will be the perfect thing for Indian team. But again, as I say, it is to be seen whether the team management will be looking forward to change it at this very moment because as we have been seeing that many talks were going on regarding Yashasvi Jaishwal batting being a left hand right hand combination and Virat Kohli batting at number three, but we haven't seen that. The team management has trusted Virat Kohli to open the innings, and they may keep on trusting him to do that role.
All right. All right. Very well explained. Avinash, your thoughts on that? I want to capture your thoughts. What do you think? Rishabh as an opener with Rohit Sharma, how will it look? It's actually
No,
quite.
no. Anyway, he's coming into bat
Rishabh loves those
as an
challenges.
opener. I mean, if Virat gets out or a Rohit gets out in the first couple of overs, so actually he's in a way batting as an opener. He's doing the job of an opener, seeing the ball, uh, uh,
Yes, he
uh,
is.
make batting through phases, different phases, and constructing his innings depending on the conditions. So yes, it could be a better option for Team India to go with the right and left hand combination, and Rishabh Pant can actually do. He's such a talented player. He's such a mentally strong player that he can definitely pick that role of an opener as well. Given team management considers him for that job, and with Virat, I mean, now it's pretty clear that yes, it will be better for him to just come down at number one, three, and bat at number three because that's where he looks more settled. His nerves are settled. Yes, we've seen him doing so well in the IPL, scored 700 plus runs, opening the innings for Royal Challengers Bangalore. But let's not forget, this is an international cricket, and there's a lot of difference in IPL and international cricket. The pressure could be the same. The level of competition, the entire IPL. If you look at the entire competition, the level of your opposition, it is also actually as good as an international game. But uh, you don't get that many chances in a tournament like T20 World Cup. In IPL, you definitely will have another match 14 matches you play, and you always have
Yeah.
an opportunity to make a comeback. But here, when you are playing in a T20 World Cup, every match is going to be crucial. Now that there's a Super 8 stage and the kind of opposition that India are going to be pitted against in the next stage, every match is going to be very crucial. And a lot will ride on Virat Kohli's shoulders and the way he performs. Because A, he's your most prolific batter, he's your leading run scorer in the
True.
format, and I mean, and even the opponents are wary of a batter of Virat Kohli's caliber, but they also have their game plans set and they will be preparing to execute those game plans to perfection against Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma if they are struggling the way they are.
No, really. I mean, I really appreciate you made this point about how Rishabh is already an opener because one of them would get out early and Pant would walk in. But when I look at Virat Kohli, if you sort of drop him one down position, I think you're admitting to the fact that he's not worked as an opener for
Yes,
India, which will
yes,
probably
and
hurt
that
his
is going
ego,
to
and
backfire.
he won't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
He
He
won't
won't
like
like
it,
it
and there's a
personally. He won't
very
like it.
popular, yeah, the proverb, who will bell the cat? It's quite evident, and the elephant in the room cannot be addressed. So he is the elephant in the room,
True.
and nobody would even dare utter something to Virat Kohli because the kind of stature that he has, not just in the Indian cricket, in the international cricket on a whole, if you look at him. So that is also a big concern.
True. It's so true. I mean, I remember there were days when Indian captains who were like, and there was a stalwart in the dressing room, and the opener got injured, and no one, that captain didn't have guts to go and tell that stalwart that please, sir, go and open. We don't have an opener. And he used to bat. I mean, I'm giving you enough clues. He used to bat at number four. But coming back to our current ongoing World Cup, uh, you know, uh, I mean, they actually move around like big players inside dressing room. People have gone there, they have narrated stories to us, and Avinash, all of us would be, Shauradi would be all aware of it. But Shakya, when I was making team for the first match against Ireland, I remember I had Kuldeep Yadav and there was no Arshdeep Singh. And Arshdeep Singh, you sort of barged in and said, okay, Arshdeep should be there. And he, in fact, played that opening game. And yesterday he took those wickets, wicket haul. It was brilliant and was really showing a lot of, and he's using the conditions well, which is why I'm very happy to see that we have a four-man pace attack. Probably it won't sort of suffice when you're playing in the West Indies where the pitch is going to assist the spinners a lot. But your thoughts on Arshdeep
Yeah.
Singh, the way he's progressing right now?
No, Arshdeep has been very consistent over the last couple of years since he broke into the Indian side. And I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I'm not surprised, but I'm not. What's happened in New York is not something that I think the New York leg is over. India is safely qualified. There's one more match in Florida to be played, but I think the real business starts from the Super 8s. And, uh, and I think that's where it would. Arshdeep will be fine in West Indies, and but again, this T20 World Cup, it's how you play. It's how you play on one particular day. I mean, this could be the semi-final, this could be the final, this could be the last league match before qualification for the knockouts. It's how you play on that one day. There could be that one day when everything can go wrong, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. This won't happen with the Indian side, but you never know. I mean, you like so far some big sides have messed up the first round, and if England doesn't go through to the next round, if Pakistan doesn't go through to the next round, and New Zealand, three big teams may not go through to the next round, which kind of makes the tournament more open, and that's good news for a lot of other sides as well. But then, we could be facing Afghanistan in the next in the Super Eights, and Afghanistan, for me, are one of my dark horses of this World Cup. They could spring a surprise, and like I won't be surprised if Afghanistan, because 2020, I think a team like Afghanistan is an even more dangerous side. But But yeah, Arshdeep has done well, and I expected it from him. He's the one left armer we have. Left arm pace is a valuable commodity in T20 cricket, and the last time we had a quality left arm pacer was Zahir Khan. We've not really had one
No, no,
who's been
don't compare
consistent
him with Zaid
in
Khan,
playing.
please. He's fairly
Yeah,
young.
but
Let him prove his worth. I mean, he's not played Test
yeah,
cricket also. Zaid was a all-round bowler. He played all
no, no,
formats.
was a
What a
class
champion! What a
bowler.
champion
Absolutely,
player! My God, we had Ashish
absolutely. And
Nehra,
Ashish
who was
Mehra
like
played a bit of
much ahead
T20
of.
cricket in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2010. No,
But
no,
before we,
I'm just saying,
yeah, yeah,
the point I'm trying to make, Indranil, is that when we won a World Cup in 2011, Zahir Khan's contribution as left arm pacer was so crucial.
yeah,
That
I
left
know.
arm
You're sounding
pace
so much like
is
Gautam
a
Gambhir.
it's a valuable commodity to have.
No, no, thanks a lot, Katu. But I know before we round up the show, Sauradeep, your thoughts, because every time there is a ICC event, New Zealand is always up there in the top four. This time it looks a little difficult. Why do you think this thing happened to them?
I think there's a lot of things that comes out to New Zealand's underperformance. I think the players that they have had, I think they don't have played a lot together in the last 12 months, also with the contract situations and all those things that's been going on New Zealand cricket. That hasn't been the perfect environment for them to come into this World Cup and perform as a team. And also, I do believe they're a bit unlucky as well because you don't expect to be beaten at the hands of Afghanistan and get 75 all out. I think it's been two bad days for New Zealand cricket in this T20 World Cup, and which has cost them big time because they have some great players. If you see the likes of Trent Bolt, Lockie Ferguson, all these players have played IPL and have done well for their respective franchises. So there is no such particular cause that you can find, at least I can find, for their downfall. It's a bit surprising to me because every time a team like New Zealand, you expect them to do well. They may not win the tournament necessarily, but they're supposed to go to at least till the Super 8s or the semi-finals or even the final. We have seen them making it to the finals in the last two or three occasions in the T20 and ODI World Cup as well. So this is a surprise and it's a sad thing. I think the tournament is all but over because I think Afghanistan are gonna really get a victory out of. I think they are going to play Papua New Guinea or Uganda. I think they're playing Uganda. They play Uganda, I think, in one of their matches, and it will be a cakewalk for them. So I believe it's all but over for New Zealand, and it's a disappointing thing. I can't really point out any particular reason. I can't really find any particular reason. I think they have batted poorly. That's something that we can say. The batters that the way they have played, the way they have applied the likes of Daryl Mitchell or Glenn Phillips, you expect them to step up. Rachin Ravindra, if we can say as well, the way he played in the World Cup 2023, we all thought that he's going to be a star, but it didn't pan out that for him in CSK as well. He started well and then he got eventually dropped from the side. So I think that is something that has been all mix and thing that has happened there, which has collectively caused their demise in this tournament.
Which is kind of sad. But there is good, there is bad, and there is ugly. So, but how do you look after yourself during bad days will ensure your good days, and that's what uh, pitch battle is all about. You go out there with your chin up and face the music, no matter what happens. Avinash, Sharadeep, Shakya, thanks a lot for coming and throwing light on different things which are happening around our Indian cricket team on pitch battle. It's been quite a journey, talking to you guys every day. I really enjoy interacting and hope I'll continue doing this for as long as as long as Avinash wants me to. He's the boss. But thanks a lot, guys, for coming and sharing your thoughts, really. And let's keep enjoying the T20 World Cup. Take care and be good. Thank you.